What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another GTA Online video. My name is Saintsfan, and unfortunately, this is kind of an upsetting video. This is something that I'm really hoping is just a glitch, a bug, and Rockstar reverts them back to normal, but it's probably not the case. What happened in this latest update is Rockstar completely ruined and broke every single tuner DLC vehicle. You might not notice it if you haven't been driving them, because of course maybe you're spending time with the new vehicles. But if you go back to those old vehicles, I mean, they're not even that old, they're like 6 months old. It's the last DLC. You go back to like the Calico, I don't know, the Cypher, the Comet S2, the Dominator ASP, any of those vehicles, you'll notice something is wrong. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how bad this is. So if this is something that upsets you, if this is something you want to see fixed, maybe like the video, share it with Rockstar, voice your concerns, because I don't like this at all. I think this, if this was intentional, this is one of the scummiest things Rockstar have done. Now, what we're going to start with the Calico, because that was actually one of my favorite cars, if not my favorite car from the Tuner DLC. And I just love driving it around because it was so fast when you put on the drift tires and then you stanced it. And it just was so much fun to drive around and try not to crash. This is a video from single player when that DLC released. Keep an eye out on the speedometer at the bottom right. We hit 180. That is insanely fast. The highest prior to this DLC, the highest speed we had was like maybe 150, if that. I don't know. This Tuner DLC introduced these vehicles and these mechanics that just made these cars fly. And it was awesome. But check this out. This is the Calico after the contract update. We're in single player, same thing, but check out the speed now. Only 123 miles an hour. Not even close to the 180 we hit prior. And again, keep in mind, everything's the same. The vehicle is max upgraded, the vehicle has drift tires, and the vehicle is lowered. It is stanced. And we're not even coming close to that 180 number. And before I explain what happened with these vehicles, let's just take a look at some other examples. Here's the Comet S2. Now, because I took this video from a video I made on the Comet S2, we have the 3 different perspectives. The only one that really matters is that top right one, because that's the one that has the drift tires and the stance. You can see the speedometer in that one. We hit close to 160 miles an hour in this Comet with those things applied. Again, coming back, this is after the update. Same stuff. We have drift tires on. We have the lowered vehicle. It's fully upgraded. And we only hit 127 miles an hour. The sad thing is, listen to this car. It sounds horrible. All of these cars now sound horrible because you can hear the engine wanting to like shift gears. It just never does. Again, another example. This one is the Dominator ASP. The 2 perspectives on the right, those are the 2 that you're really going to want to look at. I believe we hit about 145 in this Dominator ASP with like the, drift tires and stance and everything. Well, coming back after the update, here it is again. We only hit 122. And then one final one. This one is the Cypher, the Ubermacht Cypher. On this one, we hit 173 miles an hour at the top speed. This was before the update. This was back when the Tuner DLC released. Well, now, after the update, let's take a look. The Cypher here, we only can get up to 120 miles an hour. These are just 4 examples, but all of the other tuner cars have similar things that happen to them. Some might not be as extreme as like the Calico, for instance, or this Cypher here, but they've all been hit really badly. And I'm not going to pretend to know the exact like things that happened in the game files specifically, but from what I've read, Rockstar completely changed the handling and everything on just these tuner DLC cars simply because they were going too fast, I guess. Basically, all of these old tuner cars, they all got updated handling files that changed them and that put a limit on them. And that's why all of them sort of sound terrible when they do hit that limit. You can still tell that the speed is there because you can, at the beginning, when the car starts off, you can feel it just get insanely fast, but then it hits that limit of either 120 or 123 or 125, whatever the case may be. And then the car just sort of stalls. It's stuck there. Now the question is, why did Rockstar do this? Again, I am really hoping this is a bug and this was unintentional, but it's not. I know it's not. You don't just unintentionally nerf the cars that were in the last DLC. This was for sure done intentionally, and I just don't know why. Like, maybe this was Rockstar's attempt at fixing these stanced and low grip tires, but in my opinion, why did that even need to be fixed? Realistically, it's not like, even though you can go 180 in the Calico, it was still very hard to control. So it's not like you're just, I don't know, way faster than everyone without any consequences. Like the slight turn and you just start sliding, because that's the nature of the drift tires and the stance. So even though you did have the speed, I guess, there were still a lot of drawbacks to it. The only thing that makes sense, and I really hope this isn't the case, if it is, again, this is one of the scummiest things Rockstar's done. But one of the features Rockstar's been promoting with the expanded and enhanced coming out next year, next March, is the increase of speed in certain vehicles. Rockstar mentioned like vehicle upgrades to make them faster. Surely Rockstar aren't nerfing these fast cars so they could then sell us the speed back when the enhanced and expanded comes out. Like, surely they're not doing that, right? Surely they're not that scummy of a company to give us the speed, take it away, and then charge us $60, whatever the expanded enhanced will be, to get this speed back. Maybe it's just like a conspiracy. I don't know, but I really hope that's not the case. Let me know in the comments if you guys have noticed any other vehicles that have been noticeably nerfed. It doesn't affect it too much as far as top speed, but one of the other vehicles from that DLC, the Warner HKR, was probably one of the best drift cars prior to this contract update. But now with these new handling flags, it does make it, in my opinion, a little bit harder to drift because you don't get the speed. You don't get as high of a speed anymore when you are going around corners. So this is just, it's sad to see. If this was intentional, this is definitely one of the worst things Rockstar's ever done, because we've all spent, what, 10+ million on these vehicles, and now they're basically useless. If this actually was intentional, I've seen a decent amount of people contact Rockstar support to try and get all of these vehicles refunded, because what's the point if they're not fast, if they're not good? They're just wastes of money at that point. And when you bought them because they were fast. And now if they're not fast, you got scammed out of your money. So if this was intentional, maybe hopefully Rockstar at least does refund people their money, because this is just something that it sucks to see. Like, one of the main complaints about Rockstar is that they never went back to fix things. And of course, the one time they go back to fix things, they don't even fix things. They make things worse. So anyway, I don't know. That's just what's happening with the tuner cars. Rockstar just made them bad. Maybe if enough of us come together, tweet out Rockstar and all that, they'll revert this. That's really the only thing we could hope for. Maybe it'll be a Christmas miracle. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. It's not just you, if you were wondering. The tuner cars are broken. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.